If you want to have the best life ever, guys, get out of your head and get into your heart. People don't buy product, people buy people. So I want you to know life is not always fair. And you'll realize that. You know, y'all are young, but as you go through life, things are going to come your way that you never saw coming. And the most important thing to realize is you can't get prepared after the fact. You need to be prepared before the fact. The attitude you embrace is more important than the circumstances you face. Service. So my first quote I run my company off of: people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. Why am I here? In hopes that I can make an impact in your life. To be able to give back to what society has given me. The blessings I've had, maybe somehow, some way, I might say something that might bless somebody in this room, that might change your life forever. That's why I'm here. The second quote I run my company off of is: you can have everything you want in life, and I do mean everything, if you help enough other people get what they want out of life. I try and teach my team it's not about us. We're not even in the equation. We have nothing to do with it. It's all about the customer. How are we going to take care of you? What service are we going to provide you? What are we going to do if you have a problem? Take ourselves out of the equation and just think about you, and how can I take care of you and make your life better? And if we do that, then we'll get whatever we want out of life. How to excel in your career. You have to pay your dues. When I went to work for Carl Westcott, probably the same for Zig, but I'm too old to remember back that far. I knew I had a tremendous opportunity. And so, no matter what, you have to pay your dues. So do you want to pay your dues in a year? Because that's probably the shortest time frame, period. Maybe it's 2 years. But do you want to pay them in a year and a half, or do you want to pay them over the next 5 years? Because no matter what, you got to pay them. And you're going to pay them at your own speed. The first year I worked for Westcott Communications, I was 28 years old, and I worked 75 to 80 hours every single week. It was my life. Day and night, that's all I did. And my W-2 at the end of that year was $90,600. The next year, I worked the most 50 hours a week, probably 45 some weeks. But it was always between 45 and 50. And my W-2 was $206,000. Why? Because I decided to pay my dues all in a year. To get it done, to learn everything I could about the company, the products, the customer, what I was selling, what are their wants, what are their needs, so I could go out there and be number one. Successful people are successful. Write this down. Because they're willing to do the things unsuccessful people are not willing to do. But successful people are successful because they're going to do what it takes. The unsuccessful person, they're just going to grind. What keeps most people from being successful? This is so interesting. Sharp-dressed guy there. It's 12 inches. 1 foot. You go to any company and you look at the sales department, and the person who's making all the money, the person who's knocking it out of the park, he has found that extra foot and gone the extra step. The other people have not. And so to think that this is all it takes to get there. If you want to have the best life ever, guys, get out of your head and get into your heart.